aware. They came from the court of law. I don't know who they are. They just came with the police and said we should move out. We got this apartment. It's not up to it yet. They sold it out. The name of the phone landlord is
the reason. Take your 5 minutes.
Yeah. So thank you, Evis. Thank you for your advice. But the fact still remains. We'll still make it clear again. None of Ghanaians hate or have any hatred attitude against Nigeria because we've been living with them for so long. But the fact still remains. These are the matters. See, there's something called matches. It's not only the stick that can bring fire. You have to press a trigger something with the box before you can get fire. Ghanaians have experienced Nigerians for so long. After the 1983 Ghana must go issue that happened back in the days. When Nigerians came to Ghana, most of them have done something that it has caused pain in Ghanaians' heart. This is the fact on the grounds. When it comes to kidnapping, armed robbery, bullying, intimidations, and abusive, and in fact, doing all sorts of fuckery in this country. Now, all these things are in the hearts of or in the minds of Ghanaians. But because how we were brought up, that anytime you want to strike, you remember when you strike and you destroy it, go against you. That's how our rhythm says, our proverb says. So we always think, and it seems most Nigerians have never witnessed how Ghanaians, how we fight. They have never witnessed it. And I will give you an example. If you go to the northern region, you will see how we have our challenge over there. That is why when Ghanaians saw this man behaving the same thing that creates war in Ghana, that this tribal civil war in Ghana, we have started getting furious because we don't want things to happen again. Now, my brothers and sisters here, when we say Nigerians are causing problems in Ghana, we are not just hating them or we are just putting on them. These are challenges that we have evidence, clear evidence. And recently, we saw another state governor or state senator saying that when you arrest 100 people doing kidnapping, armed robbery, any type of criminalities, 99% of them is Igbo. We are not saying, for me, we don't even know anything about Igbo or Yoruba or whatever. We don't have any issue with anybody. Until recently that we saw that man trying to give us a sense of an idea that a certain group of people called Igbo, and he's part of them. And when we track Igbo, it links the same people to Biafra people. Okay, so now we are coming back to our land and see who is this person. Now that we are realizing he's trying to build a certain people called Igbo. We thought we are all Nigerians. Now, if our Nigerian brother here trying to threaten Ghanaians, I would rather go back, call our people, tell them that what exactly you are doing that makes these people angry. If they say it is A, okay, let's just take the A and put it outside. Period. But you can see Nigerians in Ghana today behaving the same as the same people here on this platform. So now, once I'm here, it is affirming for them to say, oh, really? So these people want to overpower us. That is why the man that came to do business in Ghana in 1995 up to today, behaving like he is a king, building kingdoms. All these Ghanaian states in Accra having a representation, calling them paramount chiefs and calling himself my palace. Really? So these are matters that most of we people here don't understand. And in fact, when you go to the grounds in Ghana, the people have now understood Nigerian at this stage. So if I were you here, we would rather organize and go and call our people. See, this is the difference between maybe, let me say, Ghana and Nigeria. We Ghanaians, when our people are doing something that is going to create problem, we don't go and support them. We go and we call them, hey, you come here. What did you do that makes these people angry? That's what we are. That is why it is hardly for you to see Ghanaians are fighting. You can see us changing words, blah, 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 blah. But it is hardly for us to see that we're changing blows. Now, if you come to Ghana, this country, if you come here and you see how Nigerians are behaving, when you give them your room, the next time you see them, they tend to be landlords and renting the rooms to other people. It is against our laws. When you sell land to them, they tend to landlords and they sell the land to other people. So when you hear the man,
yeah, like for our people's head, we will not allow it. Anya, I know. Anya, don't laugh.
No, Sophia, you need to let him to exhaust his time. He's just 30 seconds.
Yeah, you let me talk.
Sophia, you need to respect
Sophia, I beg, don't come and cause problem here. Sophia, don't come and cause problem.
When we heard the man, Eze saying he's going to get he has secured a land and he's going to build blah blah blah, and then all Nigerians, all you Igbos will come there, and then they can come and buy. Then we understand. So, oh, really? So it's like Ghanaians have sleep and their legs is outside there. So that is why the youth of today, we are fed up. And I heard somebody saying, oh, why shouldn't you allow your leaders to fight for you? Please, that person must be a person of ignorance, full of ignorance. The future does not rely in the hands of the old people. That's why Ghanaians, we are going to take the future into our own hands and to make sure we take everybody who will fight against our sovereignty. So it is not about you being Igbo or whatever. It's about the character and the evidence that we have. So please, our brothers from Nigeria, it is better to go and advise the people. And we want you to speak against the criminality going on in the country. Because none of Nigerians are speaking against what Ghanaians are saying. It means you are
what are you saying? You have a leader now. Look at your leader talking here. Listen to your leader.
This is
listen. You don't want to listen to this man. This is a king talking.
Please. This guy is a journalist.
He's not a leader. And you tell him to move so he can listen.
This guy is a black rasta. He's a
Black rasta is not a king. Black rasta is a common man like the way we
Listen to
are.
your leader. I want to
I am
hear
telling you, Black rasta is a common man like the way we are.
Sophia, please, calm down.
Listen to your leader. Listen.
I think we
Chafo, opinion be can be very serious. If a lot of Nigeria for my Ghana was sending videos be a mammy. Maybe say we video we are me from opinion. Na asem o person kan we the wakanto. E be boa Ghana ni bia so be share sa video we. You have video we. Afi yenko na ye ne opinion ko twenkomo. Me pa cha share video we very important. Me na ma adwena koso bet na enko deep say the opinion a chire mu yin. O de share video no. Yenko ne no opinion twenkomo. Until now last time was it a lot of folk be a person educated Ghana for foul.
The person be can Nigeria for home kakra say Nigeria for no you know ma sign kakra me no ma sign kakra ma for Nigeria for hustle me na crash am dey kakra or be 54 years na me Nigeria for sign wa country so kakra any they were almost see no money they were see no man ye different you know no ye totally different ye say ye ben bibia ho edam ye attitude any ye behavior and difference on pa na enoma bi koso wo Ghana atempanifo no abuo mani aguso na alatafo no e ba Ghana de omo ya no mo ye bone akese omo di bone pa na se me dey say ya bon Nigeria for kwatuo ama omo high commission ko abu afu na nipa na ye bebu Ghana police bebu bi tuo na ye say wo bone a omo aye ntina e bo omo say tuo ye so omo 6 na omo ye say ba ku dwane nti Nigeria for no ye nipa bi a omo asetra no emwaye because of ECOWAS no on say Nana Akufo-Addo bae ya na wate ase akoye se obi atimi ko bi krom ekotrem na wa yama residence na watrem establish business bi apeso yi bia enkenye bad do enkenye bad but say ye de mla bi tutu ho kakra because omo population na omo kuta no se ye hwe se ye no omo ye saade na emwaye na Nigeria ni ba okroma odeni or the force your pe na obeye oni ukromu mla na ode wodi amane so oni so ono abe isu Victor Power your pen waye enti sa no mani nyina emwa wo hwe Ghana na ye da so no ye humble ye mpe trouble enu ti yekuta e peace no do ye ni sika kra na ye we very very humble pa Ghana ma tutu kwan Ghana for ewo Ghana se ye be chi obi kura se be ye be puna kunu no enye easy ba Nigeria for mu chiwu ti si ase ye nhwehwem ye betumi ekun omo no omo ya de omo ntane o ono ane se omo ye enti media me how ne say the way I am a kwama Nigeria for ba Ghana no enkenye bone ba omumpa emla bi ntoto ho because ye be hia omo family because Nigeria for most no omo new resident permit omumpa Ghana so be ye the omo pe say Ghana authorities no omo sorry na omo check about Nigeria resident permit holders no wa okuta resident permit holder wo ye dwuma papa bi a otua tax be boa oman no ne ya accept wa ba say we new resident obedi na mku ne ya deport na okokrom because Cherese blabedi Ghana 90 days. Yes, you uncle did 90 days. And this mla no omoso pa omoso nya omomla. And the Ghana ni ba onas ono so ni resident. Omoso pa omompa mo no. Ye ko ho, enye se ye nko ho. Omoso ekoba omo no population na omkuta no. Ene ye de na difference wom. Omo doso papa. a lot of for doors and more strategies and omuba ukromu so a omutena ho a ombe so mbeko bi the krono asumdwe mu a omu face problem bebre e wo mukromu electricity normal any security a ni na emwa omuti omu pe ababi a ombeba and West Africa kro omutimi ba so ombeba so ombeto mo ye Ghana and yen so na yen ha omu even Africa to omutimi nko enkoye de omu ye wo ha South Africa kra na omu face problem on how far away to South Africa to Nigeria and so mako South Africa bebre and the omu pe and omu ye e basa omu culture no omu de ko ba bia emwa oman na omu ti wo no efo so so ade enti Ghana for mpanifo nsole na say me call YouTube na me hwe ya Yoruba for say omukra omuka Ghana for so what is I na very bad
omu say from where
Yoruba Ghana
Biafra
dabi anu ye different Biafra from eba ho Biafra for no ye Igbo Yoruba for no Biafra Nigeria mo hear the name difference Biafra omukuta tribes bebrebe omu power bigger tribes a omu do occupy Hausa Yoruba and Igbo omu ne do so Nigeria pa and Yoruba for sorry aye meeting o Ghana say omo ye Ghana for omo ka Ghana ho na omo kra no wo Ghana be 200 years ni true.
Sansan Mongu, Yendi and Ketekrachi are part of the long history of migration. Fatau Chingbanja, as it was referred to in one of the poems of Malam Umaru Karaki, who died in 1937. The Yoruba chapter, which is the subject of this presentation, is as checkered as the Hausa one. Yorubas have been associated with the Gold Coast, especially Accra, for hundreds of years. Oral tradition having it that the Ghanaians migrated from Ile-Ife. Perhaps that is how come the people of Jamestown share cultural similarities with the Yorubas. A few months ago, the Gamanche, King Taki Teku Chru II, visited Ile-Ife, a historical journey of unquantifiable significance. He stayed there for a number of days, and it is very, very critical in our study of history of the relationship between the Ghanaians and the Yorubas. Osu Alata, a segment of Osu in Accra, should be laden with an unexploited trove of history for scholars of anthropology. Some historians think that the first wave of Yorubas to land here did so in about 1625. Some of them were said to have served as laborers when the Christian bulk was being built. Yorubas are noted for their trading skills and are part of the history of the Gold Coast and now Ghana. Their association traceable to the days of the construction of the castles and later Captain Glover's 600 houses and the little wars of Ashantis in which the British used Yorubas, houses and Kanuris as soldiers or infantrymen and carriers in the Gold Coast. The name of a certain Akerele was etched on a cenotaph, which stood prominently as one heads toward the Salaga market in Accra. A Yoruba company was referred to in one of the chronicles of the march towards Kumasi by British soldiers. After the disbandment of the fighting forces, most, if not all, the soldiers who were brought in by the British from the Lagos colony were resettled in the Gold Coast, while some chose to live in said golden mining areas like Takwa. Others settled elsewhere in the Gold Coast parts like Accra.
During Sagranti War, not Asandifo, any British for Asandifo so Montias here, Emma British for MBD so, any Adiani and Woman Kuntopa, and Woman Kuntopan Bibri, Asandfoni British for Kuntopensia, a blowman to me and DPT Asandifo, a great Kumo governors Bibri. So I did now a moon call Nigeria, a British for Eddie Yoruba, Hausa for the 3 Gentia, Hausa for any Nigeria, Yoruba for the Baka Ghana and Mechono. Omodi duly Sagranti War, Omodi Edipa, Efri Nigeria, even Sierra Leone, Gambia, Eba can account for now more Ghana. take up and for ye first defeat a DPT DPT no and on comedy go this because what is science training the second war as antin ko di ho afa na say and no na British for DPT as and for we are gold ni e bibia de ko na as antin so person working back no those one na those one ye ni ayen ko for Ghana for account for no the brina support British for and na omudi put no be free friend Nigeria buy and omuni asan for ye be kon ye and omudi fiti ye and na mass and Yoruba for no big be ka Ghana na asan for particularly nipa bia uba omukroma omo welcome ni papa the whole even the whole West Africa tribes omutimi welcome ni pa ni pa try asan for enti e ma omo be ka Ghana because adam no madi fiti asan tie wi enti British for be take over no mo ye bibia enti the police ni soldier kwa ni emfa asan for tete no ni emfa asan for enti e ma Yoruba for ni ba Ghana ebe dosu o Ghana pa bebre pa ni Hausa Hausa for Ghana but ye ni ethnic group no ye ni Hausa tribe o Ghana by omo Ghana Yoruba for no ebe tra Ghana pa enu mu na chide be di independence kwa me kuma emu for so ya independence no na your friend is say Buzia bae no MC ye di ka kwa deport wo mu bi kwa me kuma before say 1950s ni ye deport Nigeria for ni bi momo koy na Buzia bae no ma be dosu pa o Nigeria na Ghana sorry Yoruba for no Nigeria for na ba be dosu e wo Ghana na omo ba omo kunkum samle wati ateten krona na eni enye no omo de na ye saade no Nigeria for no omo ritual money na omo start ye saade enye na asemo ache papa omo kuni pa di yes kan di ateten krona si ateten krona bo mi de manyini kakra tibite ateten krona bo no obi o ma me kra ma nkofu ene ye fa nkofu ni ade samle ne ye titi rural praise ya krasi town ni etete na ni bie ni nya se de adru brother say enti Buzia no be pam mo do na samle no mi so kakra da mi se hu empanisem kakra ye be pam mo ko no tanya san ka Nigeria for take Ghana that time say o ma pam Buzia anya sa de na Buzia o ye patriotic o ye ade pa so o ye sa de no pam mo e Nigeria for yi ko ye emu no yes ye ko ho because yes ye be face financial problem economic efeli ye yes ye badama Nigeria for nya wo ye yes ye ko ema ekwanya o de Ghana for ko efa so e wo Nigeria ho no Ghana for ko Nigeria bebre na wi about 10% na mu be 1% na wi ye omu kukum enipa Ghana for no rough on because omu the way omu sititi omu nipa any the way sititi enipa no e different nti Nigeria ni Ghana ni hia Ghana ni is so quiet humble but Nigeria for anytime omu decide ye ni omu timi bu fire so enti na only Nigeria ni sign now bievu ma wani hia omu say unya Ghana ni you ka bievu to say Ghana because one person dey be awo typical na just omu defeat that no life here na me problem ka sie pa ye Yoruba for no Igbo for no say Igbo for no mo Ghana company for aso say omu nsole na Nigeria for kuta agenda omu di ba Ghana omu so omu ba be omu create Igbo for no particular answer create omu kingdom omu yi king omu chusu king o wale Ghana ni ba Ghana for company for more money na omu nya say ye de nya hwe o de omu fidien je dabi omu nim de omu ye omu kuta large population Nigeria for Igbo for proportion no is more than Ghana population. Igbo tribe omu population is more than Ghanaians population. And to omu pe kwan bi normal be take Ghana, Igbo in Yoruba for even Nigeria for. And to omu sikin say o say obe land na wachi chire ekura village na why there was Igbo school na yaka Igbo kasa nyina ho. Why do me say so yes ade no? So ade say Ghana company for you because of sikaka krabia anata for the Ghana ntino but for na idi omu ka ho asem so ati ase ko wasa fine en kire se wo bra be chichi ukro pa wo be ka ukro kasa besi school na kire wo nkra de Ghana ho enya fine ye ntesa even Ghana ni betu akọ Nigeria so ko si school se be no akọ kire twi kasa ho Nigeria na ye ko obi cross wa ye se ye ko di pa ye be bre ho ase ni anya de be die ni asa ade abafie ye nkosi ye ko tena ho yenkosi ye kotra even Ghana for West Africa countries but be say Gambia Benin ye nuanum pandefo a kotra omu ko for sea omu go yi fish up to date omu da why business but those Ghanaians no more Gambia ne fate they still claim as a Ghanaian but omu da so I want to ask you omu da so why omu business omu ba fie infantimem ta ko Gambia ko to omu adwuma so ene Benin ko to omu adwuma so but the way ko for we person omu ba no they try to claim say omu ye Ghanaians they say omo ya omo si Igbo Ghana omo ya omo si Igbo Ghana Yoruba and yes solid because you need ethnic group bi a friend Igbo or Ghana ye need bi a friend Yoruba or Ghana so at ya say Yoruba for omun free Ghana oti ho ye foreigner na to dimla so na ekuta emla na e de be ma no kuta bi na nya ho de fa ye waduma on timi mbaka say ofri ukrom say me ye Igbo Ghana me ka say mle bi wo ya de pa sa de na wo ye no wo ya de Achimota forest omun ko group sa me no omun from say Biafra sa Biafra no omo ani Igbo fo no omo ani Igbo fo no no mo frɛ omo say Biafra nti no go group wa Achimota ma be kan wa say Ghana authorities no esole echi omo deport omo nyina kwa omo be kan wa asem ama me meti omo be kan wa say ma Nigeria fo no Igbo company fo no bu fisa de tere Ghana fo achi omo deport omo go fo say omo say the agenda for ba omo nka Biafra ni bi na omo nka Igbo Ghana enti mo anya bali careful nyesa asebo wo beba Ghana wo nchirima so yemo de sebe ebia na yentiase yemo de bi tu ana yetiase na asema make Ghana ni ba bia obetie mi bia opa on to market opa on fansa ba bia nsuonka ti ahwe ye ni antu Nigeria for ni ansop de omo ye na e de civil war beba because omo la ni ye different ebedu ba because nyuma omo be kuko school omo ba yi nyuma ti nyuma no kwa wunya Igbo ni wunya Yoruba ni a wu Ghana ni no yemfa because omo ba ye dwuma pani wo Ghana wa obetra say Nigeria for kwa no be fa me ka no kranti ebedu be for so abadane Ghanaians na ya kase ya kwa ye Yoruba awo Igbo tribe yo omo be so omo ye no enti yen solid because omo kuta big agenda. They get money to do everything so that because omo ni peace bi asundua ye fa na asundua Nigeria for ni bi and omo nsa anya one omo ye division obi a kire say we Igbo we Yoruba we Hausa we say Yoruba for any Igbo for no omo ni nhie o enti say yati asundua ma Ghana no asundua wa Ghana no e heaven me kan okra kire o me you ka broni bia obehia o ka say o free Ghana power up o free heaven and wa ba ha I meet British man bi me need come out me cause some part me need come on say me Ghana so what me free heaven na better me nim say Ghana heaven enti mo me ani so de e wo ma enkrakwa ye ho saa na ye ntre asomdwem na de Nigeria for person mo de ba no economy sere ogbo ho dawuro na ampanifo no ani ahemfofo no omo hunu ya omo animra ho na minim ohene kura watena se ordinance ase be ma Yoruba Igbo fo ani Yoruba ba bi omo tena pa so ye nkran voter region na Krobo Eastern region. Opa no petra. Yes, side account for no. Omuntimi ye because ye na royal place near the way here no man different. Ye near jade ye di enade enti obi ntimi fa ne culture bi ma ikrum e me ye de opeso ye. Enti ye ho no omuntimi ma ho. Na mo ba bi omutena eye nkrafo. Na nkrafo no so aye omaje so mu free Nigeria. Sa na Yoruba for no so omo kire say nkrafo no ye omu free enlefi. Na me ka me hu ye obi free enlefi a enye onu kru na eso yo krom ye na sa akwa no kra na onipa na ofri elefe na sa back to ni krom ana enti adenti na wo free elefe na wo free elefe onipa na free elefe no wa free so many 500 to 600 years or 800 years no wa betra ba bi for na fe dia wo na wo to ano Ghana ye Ghana fo ya ye free ye Ghana account for no ya mamle mi so ye see free Mauritania Senegal Mali na ye na na motie enti say yesu ye beka se ye kɔ akɔ kire say ye nua no motie so e wo ne yefira na say Yoruba for so mu nua ne nkrafo to mu bagana ba wo mu bagana too much say Nigeria population increase Ghana getting to 7 to 8 million o betimi adu na omo ba kakra ba no mu ba na de bi omu ye campaign e frɛ o mu nua no se Ghana for kra na ehunu nya asase ya yemfa dan emma omo nkanye sa nkanye easy sa ba no mu ba e no mu kwa ma omu besisi edan ene ade say omo be part of us but part of us no say omo hambo omo ho a nkanye problem but omo nya humbless so ati omo pa kunkum omo kunkun omo pa kun say na say omo kunga na ne abaya bi omo dada na danfo de ne ko omo kukun no on sa case na sitai enye onu po na omo kuno ni ka say brother bi to ba TikTok say the kum ni sita na so de ne of ne boyfriend ye Igbo ni odi ne odi na chi di ko omo kuna tuna twene bo street so what is happening omo kum Ghana for mapa omo di bone kase e wo Ghana emwaye edi Ghana for mpani for no ye nka se omo mpam omo min ka se omo mpam omo ba omo mfa mla bi nto se nipa no kwa oba no oni resident permit ye mpam no mane nko because Nigeria for about 1% pe de bi omo kuta resident permit on population e wo Ghana ebi a nipa be se 200,000 pe bi ne kuta for resident permit and a Ghana card enti ade na mama Nigeria for no back na ye market ye bibia omu bebe mbeko bi omu respect oman no ne loss your pen wo ye ni ye tukwan ye du ba bia ye emla no ye di adwuma ye hambo ye ho ase enti Ghana ni bia ko ba bia ye gi ni tum so ati ase enti ade na san gofo ye beka se ye no omu betena bom ye makwan say ye no omu betena bom omu attitude ye different na oman bi ombekoso bia nsa nipa no ye nipa no aninye eni enko Kenya mo ne South even Ivory Coast kra say Ivory Coast do omo ye different omo ni so hye enti Nigeria font mi nin kwa asem sa so Mali omo bia omo population ni does and the poverty ni high compared to other countries poverty is very as far and gusu a na omo gusu omo wo enti omo ni adwunu bi kwa say omo be campaign about omo limit omo birth no say nke awon omo limit omo ni sa ideas no so ade ase no move and no move pebabi o man ni munye o mu infrastructure ni very bad into o mu pebabi apion ho akọ so no mo de o man ni nyina e kire Ghana o mu nyina na Ghana in fact de bia e ko na me sere obo ho dawuro na me say o na obatima obo ho dawuro ma ato Ghana company for asum na yen sia no gon Igbo for no so mo ye now they call them as Igbo Ghana yen pani sam ye since independence ye hu si ye Igbo Ghana ye tribes e Ghana ethnic groups no ye kra no so na ethnic groups kakaka kan for no mom na ya chiche mu ama ya do so say we say but ye kra no enye tribe ye can tribe and other tribes were not any ewe Gans any ade that go for say e be kremu say they are part of Ghana who there me di ayi Yoruba for yi bi omo yi meeting bi omo ye Ghana be bre omo so omo ye Ghana for na Ghana for na ennim say omo ye Ghana eti mi so
ye beto na ya hwe de penfo so beka
ai mi sewa me ade ehia me because me Ghana
very important
mini ba bia ko me retire me ja akokra ma betena fie na ja na afi obi ebe ha me obi atwituo obi atwi sei ebe mikro mi fra na se pom no mikro mu nyina omu go obo sebi ba sibra e ka se ba sibra te se tutu bra e no mbo ho omu gu fom na ekura bia wo Ghana bia Nigeria for eguo ekuro bia ni wan obeku nkoto Nigeria for the Ghana for so omu ye hwehwemu akunu Nigeria for Ghana it's get to 12 million as a pan American so so ba sa ko for so di ba kakra bi na etia tax ma Ghanaians adwuma special adwuma bi a even say ni business bi o ye kwa bi o tia tax the brain na ni namu kwasasam kwa no mo ye enye kumase for na mazi for no mani edin kura na ka o ma be pam o mu nyina pa o nyina source no ba kumase de o so o mu twem o enti mi sire Ghana for ngofo na eba no yentimi anyi o mu kan ho yentimi nyi o mu kan ho say enua no o mu sa no yentimi beji Yoruba ni Igbo ni those Nigerians no enka o mu awudi sam mi hwe o video bi Nigeria ni boy bi so ba Ghana so be ye fraud look at it na obe kanu general news ama ba na Ghana authorities ka ho na say ka we are there we nyansa pa mi hwe asema mi ka say akwawe na sem esa keche no wanu be si na video be si ka say ngofo no adeti no mahwe no mana atra ka say ka ba na ko mache no so free ukrom untimi nye fraud wo ho na obi krom e na abetra e ba sa nim biase ne be fete Ghana for do me ka say Ghana for ye sent ye surabo for ye di boni but enfa wo boni no free ukrom because Nigeria population about 80% no omu kuta dwen boni Nigeria population 80% omu kuta dwen boni asempa na make no ado mean to sebe omu kuta dwen boni wonu tra ko be bre no ase no sa overside du boni zango vo e kona ba me siram mu sole alata for ya wudi for omu ye nipa atete nkro na e ba tete na e oma nipa kum e so easy mom because omu population no dos nti nipa wu ye kum nipa kra omu mpa ho omu kum nkra na obi twama na o sa aka che the God don't punish you obi a ye kum obi no obi twam kwa no ma sa aka che God don't punish you say nya ami tua uka so what you say nipa na dey omu attitude be different omu respect omu timi kwa Africa Ghana of yesterday common Ghana of day enso no mu ba na mu ba Ghana ade na omu hunti omu ba Ghana because of ya sumdue papa bi e wo ene omu pese omu se no Ghana wadwuma bai ene wo ho Ghana wo hwi ni wo but ya sumdue papa bi e wo no ene omu se no ya hwe ya omu ba target penifo no that is Akufo-Addo no ma target omu na ni joma mama omu ba no ene ba omu ya mo no ma target omu na Nigeria for parliament Nigeria for best one parliament and I say Nigeria ni baako police ni penny wo Ghana we dey Ghana be omunye ni person no mutra menua mesra nti ka ho asem akire Ghana for pa ni bintie na ya ma na omaji omatumu mo nkrafo no so aye omaji so mu free Nigeria sana Yoruba for no so person omkire say nkrafo no yo mu free enlefi na ka me pa me hu ye obi free enlefi a enye ono kro na eso yo krom ye na sa akwa no kra na onipa na free enlefi no sa back to ni krom ana enti adenti na wo free enlefi na wo na who free Elefe, Nipali free Elefe, no free so many 500 to 600 years or 800 years. No other time for nothing. They will one Ghana, Ghana for where I free on Ghana. I can't for no Yamam, you see a free Mauritania, Senegal, Mali. I want an A and an Amotier. And they say, yes, you ever see a cock, I say, you know, Mutiesu, I want you frana. They say, you know, what was Womunian in Craft to move back Ghana, but move Ghana, too much. They say Nigeria population is increasing Ghana. Getting to 7 to 8 million. Ombetimi edu. Na omo ba kakra ba no omo ba na de omo ye campaign April mu nuanom. Se Ghana fokra na ehunu nya asase ya yemfa dan emma omo. Nkanye sa nkenye easy sa. Ba no omo ba. E no omo kwa ma omo besisi edan ene ade. Se omo ba part of us. But part of us no, se nkomo hambo omo ho a nkanye problem. But omo nya humbless. So ati ase omo pa kunkum omo kunkwa omo pa konse na se omo kungana ne abaya bi omo dada na danfo de ne ko omo kukun no sa case na sitai enye onu po na omo kuno ni ka se brother bi to ba TikTok say the kum ni sita na so de ne of ne boyfriend ye Igbo ni odi ne odi na chi di ko omo kuna tuna twene bo street so what is happening omo kum Ghana for mapa omo di boni kase e wo Ghana emwaye and Ghana for mpani ko no ye nka se omo mpam omo min ka se omo mpam omo ba omo fam mla bi nto say nipa no kwa oba no only resident permit ye mpam no man nko because Nigeria for about 1% pay the bi resident permit on population in Ghana e bia nipa be say 200,000 pay bi na kuta for resident permit and a Ghana card and the other thing na mama Nigeria for no Ghana ye market ye bibia omo be be ko bi omo respect o man no ne laws your pen wo ye ni ye tukwan ye du ba bia ye emla no ye di aduma ye hambo ye ho ase enti Ghana ni bia ko ba bia ye gi ni tum so ati ase enti edenti na sankofo ye beka se ye no mo betena bom ye makwan se ye no mo betena bom omo attitude ye different na oman bia on bekoso bia nsa nipa no ye nipa no aninye eni ye nko Kenya mo ne South even Africa kra say Africa do omo ye different omo ni so hye enti na je font bi ni nkwa asem sa so Mali Mabia omu population ni does and the poverty ni high compared to other countries. Poverty is very ashpa and the gusua no mugusua omo and the omu ni adwin because ombe campaign about omalemeti omo birth no say nke awon omalemeti omu ni sa ideas no so ade ase and omu pebabi oman ni munye omu infrastructure ni very bad and omu pebabi apion ho akọ so no omu de omani nyina e kire Ghana omu nyina ene Ghana in fact de bia ekona mefsere obo dawro na mniza wo na obetima obo dawro ma atọ Ghana company for asum na yensia no Igbo for no so omu ye now they call them as Igbo Ghana yempani sam ye since independence ye hu si ye Igbo Ghana ye tribes e Ghana ethnic groups no ye kwanye noso na ethnic groups kakaka kan for no mom na ya chiche mu ama ya do so say we say but ye kwanye no enye tribe ye can tribe and other tribes were not any ewe Gans any ade thank God say ebe kremu say they are part of Ghana who there me di ayi Yoruba for yi bi omo meeting bi omo ye Ghana be bebre omo so omo ye Ghana for na Ghana for na enim say omo ye Ghana eti mi say
ebe ye beto na ya hwe de penfo so beka
I Mr. I didn't hear me because me Ghana mini baby akọ me retire meja akọkra ma betena fie naja na afi obi ebe ha me obi atwituo obi atwi sei ebe mikro mi frananse pom no mikro mu nyina omu go obo sebi ba sibra e ka se ba sibra che se tutu bra e no mbo ho omu gu fom na ekura bia wo Ghana bia Nigeria for eguo ekuro bia ni wan obeku nkoto Nigeria for the Ghana for so omu ye hwemu akunu Nigeria for Ghana it's getting to 12 million as a pan American So some for so dipa kakra bi na etia tax ma Ghanaians adwuma special adwuma bi a even say ni business bi o ye kwa bi o tia tax the brain na ni nam kwasasam kwa no mo ye enye kumase for na mazi for no mani edin kura na ka o ma be pam o mu nyina pa o nyina source no ba kumase de o so o mo twem o enti mi sire Ghana for ngofo na eba no yentimi anyi o mo nkan ho yentimi nyi o mo nkan ho se yenua no mo sa no yentimi be di Yoruba ni Igbo ni those Nigerians no enka omo awudi some me hwe video bi Nigeria ni boy bi so ba Ghana so be here fraud. Look at it. Na obe kanu general news ama ba na Ghana authorities ka ho na say we are there we nyansa pa. Me hwe asema because akwa we na sem esa keche no. Wanu be si na video be si ka say ngofo no. Adeti no ma hwe no ma na atra ka say ka ba na komache no. So we flew club untimi nye fraud wo ho. Na obi club e na abetra e ba sa nim biase ne be fete Ghana for. Do me cause Ghana for a cent, ye srabo for ye di boni, but and for boni no improve because Nigeria population about 80% no omukuta dream boni. Nigeria population 80% omukuta dream boni. Asempa na meka I don't mean to say be omukuta dream boni wonu tell problem brain no wasi no sab overside you boni. Zango go e corner ba me sidamu munu sole alata for ya wudi for omu ye nipa atin krono na e ba tete na ye oma nipa kum e so easy momo. Because omo population no does nti nipa wu ye kum nipa kra omo mpa ho omo kum nkwa na obi twama na osaka che the God don't punish you. God don't punish you. Obi a ye kum obi no obi twam nkwa no ma saka che God don't punish you je say nya ami tua uka so what you say say nipa na dey omo attitude be different omo respect omo timi kwa fra Ghana of yesterday common Ghana of the day enso no mo ba na mo ba Ghana e dey no mo hu ntia omo ba Ghana because of yasum due papa bi e wo ene o mpese o mbese no Ghana wadwuma bai ene wo ho Ghana wo hwini ni wo but yasum due papa bi e wo no ene o mbese no ya hwe ya mba target penifo no that is akufu adomo no ma target wo na ene dwoma mama mo ba no ene ba omia mo no ma target wo mo na Nigeria for ewura parliament Nigeria for be se one for ewura parliament and say Nigeria ni ba ko ebe police ni pani wo Ghana we dey Ghana be Umu de Ghana be omunye ni pese no mutra menua mesira nti ka ho asem akire Ghana po na nipa ni bintie na ya ma na omaji omatumu mo omutimi ka Ghana for my keep why say omutimi ka Ghana ni ba auto indomie krama na utimi ni da what do me say Nigeria ni be ka sa mo kire Ghana ni
Penifo se bibi o wiase ntine da ni atopnu na ne pabone fonti e wo se wo bambo hu hia na ne papa mu de Pro Technologies ana me kan fama wo ane Pro Technologies. We are specialized in both sales and installation of CCTV cameras. Yeton esa install CCTV cameras in the South Ghana and Nasa Brochre na ufi Ghana. Now beso CCTV cameras